Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. It is time for Lunch and Learn. Good afternoon. Blessings to you all. Good afternoon. Come in, come in, come in. Don't just come in. Tag, like, and share. Tag, like, and share. Good afternoon. Let me add the Instagram or viewers as well. Lunch and Learn. Friday, October. What's today's date, somebody? 28th? What's today's date? Good afternoon. What's today's date? That's the 29th. All right. October the 29th. Can you imagine we're almost at the end of the month? Miracle revival. Miracle. Revival is upon us. Good afternoon. Thank you. Let me see. Get this other audience in here. How is the quality today? Man, wasn't yesterday drama filled? I couldn't get it together yesterday. Drama filled. Well, glad to say I'm sitting at my new desk here in my home. I gave in. I've been trying to. This is not going to work, Andre. Now you know this is not going to work. Okay, give me a moment. I have to. This is not going to work. It's not going to work. You know why it's not going to work? Because I didn't charge my battery. So even though I'm on this device, with Instagram, my Instagram followers who are starting to come in. Pansy, good afternoon. I don't know how much I'm going. All right, so let's see who's here. Good afternoon. All right. It is Friday, the 29th of October. Mother Cora from the Windy City. Good afternoon. Matoya, what's up? Princess, what'd it be like? Cora, Matoya, Anna, that's Princess, y'all. Hey there, Sheila. Good afternoon, Pansy. I see you. You're viewing me here on. I don't know if I like that. Yeah, that might work better. I think that works better. Hey, Pastor Hassel, what's up? All right, Sheila, Maryland, good afternoon. Hey there, Pastor Hicks and Jill, good afternoon. All right, Lisa, thank you. All right, yeah, I was having issues. I had brain freeze. Elder Hart, good afternoon. All right. And this is Shoshana. I pray I said it correct. Good afternoon to you. Grace and peace be unto you as well. Christian, what's up? Good afternoon to you. Dorena, good afternoon. Hey, Apostle Kathy Whitfield. Pastor Hassel, what's up, man of God? Evangelist Brenda Lynch. Prophet Tasha Baston. Pastor Ferret. Hey there, Lynette Burberry. What up, Shoe Game? And Elder Mark Davis. Lynette, it's good to see you. How you doing? How's everything? And Sharon, good afternoon to you. All right, who's listening in via the conference call, telephone number? Blessings to you. Mother Furlow, Kashana Taylor, Minister Seymour, blessings to you. God bless you. All right. I'm glad y'all joined me. Sorry about all the difficulties, just in brief, on yesterday. I had scheduled an appointment at, between 1 and 3, I bought a desk. I bought a desk for this space here in my home, and it needs to be assembled. And I don't know about you guys, I'm terrible at assembling furniture. And so I went with their service provider to come to my home and assemble the desk and this chair. And it's one of these desks that you could stand or you have the option of sitting. And so they called me at some point. They changed the schedule time. They changed the schedule time. And right before I went on, I saw the email that he was now scheduled to arrive between 12:30 and 1:30. So I was kind of level of apprehension. And no sooner I came on, boom. But then I was having all of these technical issues as well, and so, I just concluded, you know what? Let's get to the objective at hand, get the desk set up and reassemble yourself. Because, I was working, if you would have seen how I was working in this space, I had like 3 different tables set up. God wouldn't have it so. God's a God of order. God's a God of excellence. So, like I said, a few weeks ago, Prophet McBain, I see you've come in as well. So it's Friday. It's the Friday before the 1st. So, the last week of the month, I ask you to join me in your generosity through giving in meeting the budget for the Prophet's Chambers, a $1,200 a month expense. I have multiple locations, and we have successfully maintained each of those locations by the support of those who attend or support those various locations, Newburgh, Hollis, Queens. Then there's the oversight of the other ministries that I have. And I treat this as a standalone assignment as well. The Prophet's Chambers, the Change Your Day, Change Your Life Empowerment Conference Call, telephone number, and its ministry, as well as the Lunch and Learn, the 12 minutes of prayer at 12 midnight, the Andre Cook School of Ministry on Saturdays, all coming to you from the Prophet's Chambers. Comes to you from the Prophet's Chambers. I haven't been in the Prophet's Chambers this week because the last week of September, and I have successfully completed 30 days of fasting, and it's been just a little under an absolute fast. And what I mean by that, my only intake has been water. I have been eating fruits and vegetables and a protein drink and one meal, just one meal a day. And it's a salad with either fish or chicken. And I'm moving into the next phase of this fast, in which it will be meatless, no meat at all. And so I'm going into November, continuing the fast. And so when I fast at this level, I don't move around a lot. I don't move around exerting the energy that it takes to leave my home, go to the office, just going to the ministry assignments. And that's it. And that's how you kind of get through an extended fast. And you do as little as possible to avoid exerting a lot of physical energy, because the body is going to then demand to be refueled. The body is an amazing machine in that it observes, it It observes your habits, your activities. It knows when to take food and store it and turn it into fat. It knows when to burn. You know, much of what you would like to get rid of in pounds and weight, if you would increase your water intake, you lose 10 pounds just increasing your water intake. Once you get on a regular regimen of drinking water regularly, the body knows to let go of some of the water that it's been storing. And you'd be amazed. You'd be amazed. And so, you know, I had a doctor's appointment early today at 9:30. I actually just made it right back in the house just in time to sign in. It's an empty doctor. You know that I am a survivor, overcomer of a severe case of COVID-19. And I'm doing more talking about it than I've done. Was diagnosed as dealing with the COVID-19 long haulers, symptoms, and disease. And I'll say this to you. Still, I am healed, and I'm experiencing the perpetual manifestation of my healing and being restored to optimum health. And now here's the amazing thing. Let's just have this conversation. Let's have this conversation. Having the conversation about supernatural miracles and manual miracles, where you put forth an effort in that which is going to be miraculous. The Lord led me in September. He spoke to me about going on the fast, and then he gave me what my fast should consist of. James, where are you? Hey, Nikendra, Overseer Chris Burton, what up, man of God? Hey, she's a rotten one. This one right here, I spoiled this one. Karima right here, rotten. Hey, right, yeah. Hey, Minister Monica. All right, now Asia, how are you? Hey, Betty. So let me now. Hey there. So now James will tell you. I had a conversation with him on yesterday. And I said, he called me, he inquired about a decision he needed to make. And I gave him the word of the Lord. I reminded him that God said that this was a month of favor. And I said, we have several days left of this month. And Sunday will conclude the month of October. He hasn't spoke to me yet, what will be one of the emphasis of the month of November. And I told him what to do. And needless to say, he did so. Hey there, woman of God, Erica Penn, how are you? And so just like I told you what to do, Elder Designate Gamble, the Lord had given me what to do in this fast. And I had at this junction, the Lord tells me to do something. I don't inquire why. I don't inquire why. I just do what God says to do. Well, listen to this. I had a doctor's appointment today to see a new pulmonary lung specialist. They sent me to another one, and I was on 3 medications for asthma. The long haulers disease of COVID-19 resulted in, and I'll talk about the finals. I'm dealing with one last issue brought on due to COVID. And I'm not ready to talk about that, but now that I have the doctor's report today and so on, I could talk about this. I was dealing with what they would term was asthma. I've never suffered as a child, all of my adult years, never suffered with asthma. Seemed like it was brought on due to the COVID. And the doctor told me again today, said, it has done so much to people, various symptoms, various conditions and so forth. Well, for me, asthma. And they had me on 3 different medications. Again, never been on medications, take my supplements, blah, 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 blah. So today, 9:30 until 11:30, I was with the doctor. It took a series of x-rays. And then they did something today that they hadn't done in all this time in which I've been being treated post-COVID-19. The doctor showed me my CAT scan and my x-rays when I was brought into the emergency and during the period of time. And for the first time, I saw what my lungs looked like and what the COVID looked like and how bad it was. And then to see today, to come the series of x-rays that I've had since, and then to see my lungs by x-ray today and to see the huge improvement. But hey, 30 days, about 32 days of fasting. The menu, the water. The conclusion was, if then we're going to set you for one last series of tests, you're not asthmatic, and we want you to cease taking all 3 medications. I am off. I left the hospital almost in tears because I had said to my friend on Apostle Cynthia West on Tuesday when we went off the air, I was a little emotional. Had a doctor's appointment that day as well, and I said to her, I said, Cynthia, I'm tired of being sick. We often, all of us, do not look like at times what we're going through. My blood pressure, what did I do with the paperwork? 118/68. Blood pressure. I haven't seen those numbers since pre-pandemic. 118/68. I've lost over 10 pounds. And to see how clear my lungs were for the first time since being stricken with COVID. There are instantaneous and creative miracles, but then there's what's called manual miracles in which God requires something of the recipient. I'm asking you that serious about studying with me in this particular season, a season of revival, to add to your library this particular resource, Miracles, Receiving the Miracles Prepared for You by Frank Damasio. And of course, I've got the supplement lighting going on. And so the reflection, Frank Damasio, find it, go to his website, Frank Damasio. It's not available on the other sites. Go to his and get this. Now, let me again, between he and Dr. Paula Price offered the greatest definitions that I've come across so far in defining the word miracle. And let me just share with you what he says of miracles. And I'm going to continue sharing with you my experience and my testimony and the aspect of the manual miracle. One definition of a miracle is a supernatural manifestation of divine power in the external world, a special revelation of the presence and power of God. It's also said that it is Dr. Paula Price says that how does she put it? It's an expression of God's care for his people. Hold on, y'all. I got this bad habit. I should have all of these resources near me. But now I've got a new desk over here. I don't have to constantly walk over and away from you and walk over to my home library and get this stuff. That's why I got this desk, because it has shelves. Oops. It has shelves. If I could do that. So, hey, Monique. Hey, Tania. Prophet Reese. What's up, man of God? Hey, Katie Ann. Katie Ann. Minister Katie Ann. You know, I need to talk to you. You're getting ready to be married in a month. I need your ear. All right. So, another resource I think every prophet, he or she, should have in their library, by Paula A. Price, The Prophet's Dictionary, and she gives a tremendous, and it's redundant. I want to get it in your spirit. She offers a tremendous definition as well on the subject. Hey, Gertman, what up? Love you too, Katie Ann. Katie Ann, how long you been on? You hear my testimony? God is healing completely, Pastor. And I know some people have had issues with my lack of availability and so forth. But let me tell you something: when you're in recovery, and when there's a story that I'm yet to tell, that I am going to tell. Tina, you better wave at me or say something to me. You better, Tina, where you be? You know how crazy I am about you, and you ain't. You said, and mom's cooking and so forth. Y'all better do right by me, Tina. All right, so I like what she says about miracles. She says this, my other resource. Well, I have several copies of it. I got it highlighted, but she says, as acts of divine interventions, miracles are God's public display of affection for his people. So now check this out. For those coming in, I'm talking about and sharing my testimony of a miracle of recovery from the COVID-19 long haulers disease. 96, 97% absolutely recovered. No more brain fog, no more excessive fatigue, the aches, the joints, the pain, the issue with the shortness of breath, and then I was on a total of five medications. 2 already have been taken off, but today I'm leaving the doctor's office after 2 hours of exams and so forth, and I am off of the 3 additional medications that were for the asthmatic condition that developed as a result of having had COVID-19. Off. 10 pounds plus down. Blood pressure 116. 116. I'm not gonna make this up. Hold on. Blood pressure 116 over 68. Tina, I love you. Now, I believe, because I obeyed God, shutting down, shutting in the water, the menu, the diet that the Lord gave me in this particular fast has accelerated my recovery, because during this whole time that I've been going through this, and I said something to someone the other day, said to me, what best you got to eat? I said, that's the problem. I said, see, removing dairy and various other things. I'm not here to tell y'all what to eat and what not to eat. I'm not even going there with y'all. I'm just I'm giving you my experience, my testimony as a result of my instructions that led to my miracle, which required manual effort. Without faith, without works, is dead. Number of instances when people were receiving miracles at the hands of Jesus, and the command, he told them to do something. He gave them something to do. And what did he tell them to do? He said to them, stretch forth your hand. go in and wash in the pool of Bethesda. There was instructions giving. For the last 32 days or so, I've obeyed the Lord in the fasts. And the first thing that happens after 37 days is that I am, of course, COVID-19 free, but I am also now 98%, according to the doctors, COVID-19 long hauler disease symptoms free. And I told him today, I'm starting to feel like the pre-pandemic and COVID-19 days, the Andre Cook pre-pandemic. And when they were reviewing today, when they were reviewing my CAT scan, my CAT scans and X-rays, it said, "Oh, you had a very severe." And the X-ray technician kept saying, "You weren't ventilated." You know, that I said no, and I said I remember requesting not to be ventilated, not understanding why, whatever. But said, but you would have had a choice. I said two things the doctor asked me: if it was necessary to ventilate me, would I want to be ventilated, and did I want to sign a DNR, a do not resuscitate? And neither of them did I agree to. Oh, James Gamble, what you saying? It feels like a second win. So what I'm saying is that I put it as today's subject matter. What I was trying to get to is that we're in the midst of a revival, and we're not waiting for revival. We're experiencing revival, which is to resuscitate or resurrect or return to life something or someone that was dead. That which was lost is being restored. And remember, the purpose of miracles is a sign and wonder, is to direct us to the saving grace and power of the risen Christ, Jesus of Nazareth. That's the purpose of miracles. They're signs, they're wonders that point to the Lord Jesus Christ and his saving power, saving not only from sin, but disease, all manner of diseases, spirits of infirmity, unclean spirits, physical, whatever. So, I've been talking about it progressively. There's just one last thing that I'm waiting for the doctor to report, that too has been arrested. And I'm not ready to talk about it, but it's been the most challenging. And my goal is optimum health without medication, but just daily herbal supplements and a weekly regimen of exercise, and to return to the assignment that God has given me as an itinerant prophetic voice to the nation or nations. And just recently, I was talking to one of my executive assistants on an event coordinator on yesterday, and she said to me, she said, your calendar, she said, you're busy. Even last night, I saw Elder Desnet Gamble. He pulled up alongside of me as I was pulling up to an event on last night. I've been going out from my home 5 minutes away to the Prophet's Chambers, that's it, and to Hollis, Queens on Sundays for the midday Sunday afternoon charge service. Other than that, I've been sequestered. and now I've been fasting. But here's my testimony. I am healed with the continuation of the manifestation. God's been good to me. And yeah, second win, and Satan's going to regret that he's ever touched me. Yeah, so thank God. Hey, Evangelist Johnson. Yeah, that was some of my issues, and that's why they diagnosed me as asthmatic, and it's steroids and drugs and that, and we have to do what we have to do until we can do what we want to do. And so I'm happy to report that I am well on the other side of it. And as I said to the doctor today, I will take all of this over the hospitalization and the near-death experience due to COVID-19. When I contracted COVID March of 2020, and that hospital stay, Stamford, Connecticut didn't even have a COVID-19 ward as of yet. I was put on the cardiac floor. The cardiac room, once they moved me from ICU and so on. Yeah. So we're in the season of revival, and there are several factors of the revival, and I've been sharing that with you. Prayer, Bible, return to the importance of prayer individually, collectively, the return to the Bible, our Bibles, moving away from the doctrines of men, the philosophies of men, doctrines of demons and devils, a return to a predominant message of the pulpit, the gospel of Jesus Christ, preaching that gospel again, and then being the importance of being baptized in the Holy Spirit. There's going to be a return to truth and miracles, signs, wonders, miracles, and then a spotlight and a new and an increased appreciation for the function of the prophet and the prophetic. Remember, General William Booth of the Salvation Army prophesied in the dawning of the 20th century, the church would experience the following points of departure if revival did not occur: Christianity without Christ, forgiveness without repentance, salvation without regeneration, religion without the Holy Spirit, politics without God, heaven without hell. And we're just about there completely. But God is so fit to visit us and to shift us, return us to the cause. And so here's another resource. You're serious about this revival that we're experiencing. I encourage you to add this to your library. Seasons of Revival, again, by Frank Damasio. Frank Damasio is a great teacher, biblically sound. And yeah, you need to get your hands on these two books. When the Lord deals with me about a particular season, I do my best to get as much information as I can on the particular thing that he's speaking to me about. And so let's see, I want to highlight some other truths for you out of where were we on because we got into some powerful stuff on Wednesday. Let's see. Let's see. We had some very all right. Hold on. All right. And I was talking to y'all about, I believe, too. Yeah. All right, Tania, let me see what you say. Tania says, thanks for sharing. I have been beating myself up about still not being fully recovered. Tania, come out of that. That's diabolical. Here's one of the reasons I removed myself from the usual. Tania, let me put it this way. People who love us, even their good intentions can harm us. So not feeling 100%, but beating yourself up about it is not healthy. Or being surrounded by people who would suppose by now, because you look well, that you should be doing more. Remember, the body is a machine, and you've got to give it, you got to maintain it, and then when it's in need of repair, listen, there have been times I've had to leave my car for a period of time, an extended period of time. Parts had to come from Germany or wherever. Then it takes time. It takes time. So you're healed, Tania. You're healed, but now all healings, their manifestations are not immediate. That's why it speaks of recovery. See, when we hear the terms, especially spiritually and biblically, the term recovery, we think that all recovery is immediate, but you're not paying attention to the instances where Jesus would heal a person, but watch that person go through a period of recovery. They weren't all instantaneous. So my advice to you, Tania, is take as much time that your body requires for it to return to optimum health. And listen to me. That means you may have to eliminate some activities and obligations so that optimum health will be restored to you, because it is optimum health that best complements your completing your divine assignments. You're a mother. That's a divine assignment. And parenting requires emotional, mental, spiritual, and physical energy. We do not offer people what we do not have. And the greatest anointings that anyone will ever demonstrate will best function through a healthy body. Some of the greatest anointings that I've experienced to bring forth healing and deliverance to members of the body of Christ, it has occurred when I was at my best, my optimum health, well rested. So even what may be considered right now, Prophet Cook is off the scene and this and that. Well, in God's infinite wisdom, he knows how long it would take, just as he knew it would take Moses 80 years to be mature enough to lead for 40 years. Food for thought. So Tania, you're in recovery, and be okay with that. Be okay. There were days. Here is what was amazing through this journey of recovery. When I was released from the hospital on April 4th and came home and began my period and time of recovery, within a week and a half, I was feeling better. Within 2 weeks, I was feeling what I thought was great. I resisted trying to get back into the swing of things because things just weren't the same. But after a month, I thought that I was well enough to return to my previous pandemic COVID-19 days, and I relapsed. One of the worst things that I possibly did was going back to the pulpit too early. I should have I probably shouldn't have returned until June or maybe July. My first sermon or ministry was Mother's Day, May. But now what the people did not know was I was coming in that Sunday off of what would be a 41-day period of still being symptomatic. I was home recovering, but I still had the symptoms of COVID-19, and the doctor wouldn't release me, nor the companions who were here attending to me. So as long as I was symptomatic, I had to quarantine, couldn't leave the house, couldn't go out. But I'll be honest, I've never stayed in my house for no 41 days. I was stirred crazy being sequestered, you know. So Mother's Day, I was committed. I'm going to the Mother's Day to see the pastor, and hear my voice. And I, that was my excuse. But really, I just wanted to get out and about like most who was going through the pandemic and being sequestered for the first time in their life. I'm a human. But when I think back to it, I really should have probably have waited even longer than that. As soon as I get the all clear, the clearance, I was out. And each Sunday and all of that, now doing the lives and the stuff I was doing from home was okay. Because in those moments in which I looked well and then I would push back and go lay in the bed, boom. But when you're commuting from one state to another, and all of that's taken from your body. So it's counterproductive to what's going on while you're being still and silent. Giving the lungs time to heal themselves. I was moved to tears today to look. That's the first time I've actually seen my CAT scan and my x-rays and to see what they look like as a result of the COVID and the COVID pneumonia and all that. It was amazing to me to see all of that. The lungs, that black area, your lungs are clear, but to see all that stuff, and for the guy who had taken the x-rays to constantly say to me, and you weren't, they didn't put you on a ventilator? No, should have, but God saw fit that I wouldn't. So Tania, addressing you, I want you to be okay with how long it takes. It's over a year. And when it's a near-death experience and you code in the various things, your body suffers a physical trauma. You don't just recover from that overnight. It takes time. The miracle is that he kept us alive. So don't beat yourself up, Tania. And anybody around you, shut them down that's trying to rush you and make you feel, that's one of the things I dislike. People who are close to you but still can't see correctly for you. No. And that's the thing about appearing absolutely well is that he back to being, so I could make the same. And see, one thing I walked away from this experience is that everyone doesn't qualify for what you have to offer, especially those who do not appreciate, those who undervalue, and those who do not see you as a human divinely being used. Yeah. Evangelist Johnson, that's the word about we need optimum health. Absolutely. That's why he gave it to us. First thing he gave Adam was life and optimum health. Then he would give Adam his assignment. And he provided him with everything that he would need to continue to promote optimum health. A garden with its fruit. See, we got to discover what contributes to our optimum health. And optimum health is physical, it's emotional, it's mental, it's spiritual, it's relational, and it's financial. Those are the components of optimum health. And when any of them are out of sync, it's like a bicycle with the spokes. All you need is one spoke to break while you're riding, and you get caught in the mechanism and it'll throw you from the bike. All right, so, be unapologetic about God's desire for you to live and not die, and his implementation of what it's going to take, Tania, Evangelist Johnson, for you to return to optimum health, or for some, this experience has finally put them on the course to optimum health, addressing the underlying conditions, addressing all of those situations that was contributing to disease and contributing to premature death. Boy, I'm going somewhere. I should get to the outline. I always have an outline, I always have something, but every now and then it's good to just extemporaneously flow. Oh, I feel you, God. I feel you. I don't just feel him. I'm just happy as I can be. I want to rejoice. I wish I had an organ. I'd get to going and dumping and dancing. I'm trying to find out where I left off on Wednesday. Because we got into something. And that wasn't prepared. I just wanted to share with you why I just thought this resource is just great for this season. It's just like the Bible should inspire us, but as we're inspired. Patricia, you all right? Here's number one: seasons of revival. Frank Damasio. You can't see. City Bible Publishing. Again, Frank Damasio, Damazio. Seasons of Revival. City Bible Publishing. And this has been my favorite of them. Well, I've completed it, but this is my favorite. Miracles, Frank Damasio. Miracles, Frank Damasio. It's supplement lighting. There we go. All right. And so I hope that helps you. Yes, Apostle Whitfield. What up, Apostle? That's my friend, y'all. How long we been in cahoots, Apostle Whitfield? Kathy, how long? And see, I love this. I just can't wait. I'm actually making this a part of. We're going to discuss this in my school of ministry. Part of my curriculum, the ACM School of Ministry, take place on Saturdays. It was Miracles for long. Absolutely, Prophet McBain. And I've been teaching on this subject of miracles. Prophet McBain says, and she's here on Instagram, she says, "You've been speaking about miracles for so long, God answered your personal prayer." Absolutely. I have been teaching on this subject or miracles for months now. Months. I'm certain July, August, And I started in the book of Exodus, 14, 15, 16, 17 chapter. How God miraculously brought Israel out, how God sustained Israel. Not knowing that in my teaching on the subject, it would increase my faith to be a recipient of another miracle. Because I'll tell you, as I wept on this past Tuesday talking to my friend about how tired I was of being sick, and how difficult this season has been. 32 days of fasting would result in me being taken off of 5 medications. I didn't just come off. The doctors have taken me off. Part 1, season of revival. When God comes down, our need for revival, the promise of revival, discovering divine strategy, the law of expectation, what I've been teaching, whatever I've been sharing. Stay in expectation, for there will be a manifestation. Receiving more factor, the receiving more factor, that's all in part number 1. Then he has part number 2, riding the wave of revival. Revival, a mixed blessing. Discernment in revival times. Testing the authenticity of revival. Part 3, ingredients for experiencing revival. The benefits of brokenness. Woo. A passion for God's presence. My God. The power of revival. The transformation of lives. I'm quickening. Part 4. Hey, Lady Cam. Ingredients for sustaining revival power. Myth of the man of God syndrome. Understanding the ministry of impartation, the history of healing, the biblical foundation for healing, Christ the healer, then and now. Part 5, hindrances of revival, attitudes that quench revival, combating spiritual negligence, spiritual struggling during revival. Part 6, principles for leading in revival seasons, refusing substitutes for God's presence. Revival leadership, finding balance in revival seasons. And then part 7, discerning the times, revival praying. I believe that's where we went. Revival praying. And then a passion for the harvest and the preeminence of revival. Ooh. Let's look real quick. I only got about 2 minutes. Let's see. I'm going to go. Part 3, ingredients for experiencing revival, the benefits of brokenness. Page 155, 155, 155, 155. Hurry up. Got to go. 155. Get these people back to work. All right. Ingredients room. The benefits of brokenness. Listen to what he says. Apostle, yeah, it's been about 30 years or more. Anything that is broken is deemed by man to be unfit, and he ends up throwing it away. But to God, only that which is broken is useful. Did he just say that? See, it's not even highlighted. I haven't even. I'm just skimming through it. I want to finish this, then jump into this. But did you hear what he said? Anything that is broken is deemed by man to be unfit, and he ends up throwing it away. But to God, only that which is broken is useful. Somebody need to put that in the comment. Where is my highlighter? OMG. You slayed me. Woo! Anything that is broken is deemed by man to be unfit and ends up throwing it away. But to God, only that which is broken is useful. Jesus. Just as flowers yield their perfume when they are crushed and grapes produce wine when they are squashed, so the vessels of God, his people, are ready for revival only when they are broken. God's vessels, the one he uses, are broken vessels. Cut! Where's my adjutants? Where's the honor guards or somebody? I need to fall out. I need to. Did you hear? One more time, one paragraph, I'm done. This is just paragraph 1 of chapter number 9 of part number 3, ingredients for experiencing revival. He starts off with talking about the benefits of brokenness. Anything that is broken is deemed by man to be unfit. He ends up throwing it away, but to God, only that which is broken is useful. Just as flowers yield their perfume when they are crushed and grapes produce wine when they are squashed, so the vessels of God, his people, are ready for revival only when they are broken. God's vessels, the ones he uses, are broken vessels. Revival is that spirit that reveals to us our sinfulness, the areas in our lives that need to be broken so that God can do something great within us. God's word tells us that he draws near to us when we are broken, when we recognize where we are without his favor. The word break in the Hebrew means to shatter, smash, or crush, and describes the breaking of an earthen vessel. It also describes the breaking of the human heart. I'm done. Stick a fork in me. I'm done. Hassan, what you say? You just messed. You ain't the only one. I need to get on the floor and speak in tongues for a moment. Let it absorb it. What now? This will keep me up all night. This right here, that'll keep me up all night. Now, when I go off the line, when I go off the air, I'm going to finish this chapter. I know it's out of sync, but I'm going to finish it. I can't put it down. What did he just say? Psalms 34, verse 18. The Lord is near to those who have a broken heart and saves such as have a contrite spirit. Psalms 51, verse 17. The sacrifices of God are a broken spirit, a broken and contrite heart. These, oh God, you will not despise. Y'all, we got to go. What did I tell you? I started talking to y'all earlier. I need you who would. This is what I would love for you to do today. I am $900 shy of what I need to meet the budget for the Prophet's Chambers. Every last week of the month, I raise $1,200. I'm just asking 30 of you to sow that seed today, and it will help me because guess what? On Monday the 1st, all of the payments for the month of November is automatically withdrawn. I don't have it, but I believe that you'll help me so I can continue my online presence coming to you and from the Prophet's Chambers. I need you to do that. Would you join me? And we're going to continue this conversation. We have the resource. I've decided this is going to be the resource as we continue to study this because it's connect. In this revival, there is a manifestation of miracles, and I am a recipient today after 32 days of fasting of a manual miracle. I put forth an effort, and God's response was divine, and I am now 5 medications free of as a result of COVID-19 and the long hauler's disease and symptoms. I am deemed today asthma free. Blood pressure, lowest it's been, 116/68. This is the doctor's summation and summary from today. The doctors are confirming. I want confirmation. I want doctors' confirmations. And so now I've got to go back to my primary care physician, and I believe he's going to take me off of the additional 2 medications that I remain on, and I'm going back to my regimen of supplements, herbal supplements, and my zinc, and I'm just still doing it, zinc and vitamin C, my B12, all the ones that I take, my NutriBurst, and so and lemon water all day long. You hear me? I'm talking about it now. See, and some stuff you can't talk about while it's being processed because you'll miss the blessing dealing with the lack of faith that surrounds you. And then the good intentions of people who love you, but their good intentions is hurting you. I want you to sow the seed of $30. Would you help, Prophet? Would you join me? I'm going to make it big. This is what I need you to do. I'm not going to hold you. I'm going to let you go. Because, I will hold you until I'm exhausted. I'll just keep talking. I'll just keep preaching, teaching, talking, and sharing as you come in, as you go out. This is, there you have it. Cash App, $ Rev Andre Cook. You'll find me at PayPal, Rev Andre Cook. Zelle at Rev Andre Cook at AOL.com. The ministry website is www.andrecookministries.com. The mailing address is Andre Cook Ministries, 19 High Ridge Road, Suite 8234, Stamford, Connecticut, 06006-905. All right. So hold on, y'all. Good afternoon. This is Prophet Cook. Who's calling? I summons you. That's why you calling me. You hold on. I'm finishing up a live. I'm coming right to you. You don't you go nowhere. Hold on. Yeah, gotta go, y'all. All right. So, hey, just $900. I ask you every month for $1,200 at the end of the month, and it meets the obligation. And that's what I need you. If you can't sow $30, sow your absolute best, because as it all comes in, it usually is what I've asked for and sometimes a little more. Thank you. Want to see you Sunday, 9 a.m. Morning Inspiration right here. I'll be live. 12 noon, join me, Life Chapels United, 182-25 Jamaica Avenue, 12 noon. Then our evening, Fifth Sunday Fellowship, the churches I oversee will be assembled at our headquarters. That's the 182-25 Jamaica Avenue, Hollis, Queens, New York. The 12 noon service will be streamed as well, live, 9 a.m. I come to you live from the Prophet's Chambers, maybe coming to you right here. And then also at 5 o'clock. Hey, if you were with me in Sumter, South Carolina on last weekend, guess what? They summons me. They've called me back. One night only, November 3rd. That's next Wednesday. One night only. I'll be in Sumter. Same ministry, same location. Information will be on the page, or there'll be the text blast. Hey, remember, if it's not on your mind, it's not in your future. Elevate your mind, and your feet will follow. God bless. Shalom.